Tax time, nobody likes it. April 15th is kind of a day that will live in infamy. But there is an easier way to get your taxes out of the way. And I've been using it now for, I think since they started, at least 4 or 5 years. It's called e-file, electronic filing. It's quicker, fewer mistakes, and in most cases cheaper. And you get your return faster, or your refund faster if you get one. Here to fill us in on the details of e-filing, IRS spokesman Jesse Weller. Welcome back, Jesse.
Welcome.
It's been 3 years.
How you doing, Leo?
3 years.
All right.
What you been doing?
Same thing.
E-file has been around for how long? When did they start? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
In the mid-'80s.
Mid-'80s.
Yeah.
Mid-'80s.
Mid-'80s.
Oh, but then that was
not home e-file,
that was
right.
yes. Okay, that was the preparers could do it.
That's
yeah, I
right.
remember my guy would do it, but he didn't tell me how.
That's right.
When did it start that we could do it ourselves?
It's been the last several years that
I
you could do e-file from home.
So let's talk about, first of all, the IRS is bullish on this, right? This is an important thing for the
Definitely. The IRS wants everyone to use e-file.
Why?
We have a mandate from Congress to get 80% of the country filing electronically by 2007. The other reason is that it's faster, it's easier, it is more secure, more accurate, and this year it's free for most Americans.
Now, why is it more accurate?
It's more accurate because the computer does all the arithmetic and all the forms for you, whereas if you do it by paper, the chances of making a mistake are like 20%. So
I may make a mistake, but also there's data entry on your end, right?
That's true.
There's somebody has to type these things in.
You have to type it in, and those entries have to be accurate because the computer's only as accurate as the data you put in.
Right.
But chances are it's over 99% accurate compared to paper filing, which
Right.
is only 80%.
Right. Now let's talk about some common misconceptions. I think some people think we may be more likely to get audited if we e-file.
Well, there is that myth that's out there that people
Yeah.
would get audited or it's more likely to get audited.
It's like a red flag.
That's not true. We want people to e-file. There's still people out there that think that if you wire your home for cable that you're going to have the government spying on you too. So,
Right.
so those myths don't go away,
Okay.
unfortunately.
There's a certain amount of paranoia.
Yeah.
But there's nothing about e-filing that either raises a red flag or makes the IRS say good boy either, right? I mean,
No,
it's just once it's in the database, it's a
Right.
tax return.
Whether it's snail mail or electronic, all returns are treated the same.
Okay, that's the thing to underscore.
Right.
But because you're more accurate, you may be less likely to get audited on an error.
Definitely. You're going to get a letter from the IRS if you make a mistake, and if you make a mistake, chances are there's a probability that there may be other mistakes.
Right.
So definitely you want to e-file for the accuracy that's involved.
I think now this might be more legitimate. People are worried. In fact, I even remember some news stories that the e-filing may be exposing you to some privacy consequences. That maybe because you're e-filing, the data is, somebody could catch your data, or the e-filing agencies themselves are not protecting your data.
I don't think that's true,
It's
and
safe?
it's not a valid concern. There's been over 300 million returns that have been electronically filed. We've never had a breach in security.
Okay.
We're using the most modern technology and encryption data.
Right.
So I think that you have just as much chance of having something stolen by the telephone or
Right.
by the mail.
Absolutely. If you're putting
Right.
your tax return in the mail, that could be the same problem.
That's true.
It used to be I had to e-file by phone. Now I can just do it straight internet, right?
You can do it over the internet, and
Right.
this year there is a feature called Free File. Last year was the first year, and Free File is the way to go.
Let's take a look. So we're now at irs.gov. This is the main IRS site, and right at the top here it says Free File. Should we go through this?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to click the Free File link.
On the Free File page, they have some explanation. You can read all about it, understand what the system is. But if you want to do your taxes, you're going to go to Start Now.
We'll click the button, and this is Free File. Now, there's two things we can do. We can browse. So these services are the companies that allow you
That's
to
correct.
Free File?
The IRS has contracted with about 16 software tax preparation companies that will allow the public, at least 60% of the public, to prepare and file their taxes electronically on the
Right.
internet. And you can look at the services if you want to, but you can also go to the web wizard that we've set up, which says Guide Me to a Service.
Now, I can e-file, but that's because I bought a tax package. These are free.
These are free
So-
for, like I said, about 80 million taxpayers.
Did I blow it by...
No, because having the software on your computer is not bad if you can afford it, but this will help people who can't afford that kind of software as long as they have internet access.
Well, let's try. Okay, so I'm going to say we'll fill in a kind of typical. I'm 21 years of age. Let's say I just got out of college. I made $23,000. I'm living in, let's say, New York. Now, how many W-2s? Well, I only had one job, so I got one W-2.
Right.
1040 easy, that's for a certain income level and simplicity, right?
That would be if you have a simple return and low income.
In this case, that's the case. I don't get an earned income credit. I was not in the military. So let's just see what this kind of typical taxpayer will get. So all of these services here, H&R Block, Tax Simple, Liberty, e-file, these are all free?
Right. Every one of those is offering free electronic services to this individual with that kind of income and so forth.
And if I click on this, it'll take me to a website where I can fill in the form.
Correct. It takes you to their website, and it'll allow you to use the software on the site and to save your return.
Wow.
And print it out.
I can do all that?
Yes.
So basically do everything that a package program would do, except it does it online.
Right. It does it online.
And once I fill it out, it will submit it for the IRS.
You can submit and file electronically, and that'd be the way to go because...
Now, how does the IRS know I'm me? Couldn't somebody just do this and try to get my refund?
Well, to be able to file your return, assuming they had all your data, they would still need to be able to give information from last year's taxes. When you use your electronic signature, which is a self-select PIN, they ask you personal information to verify that it's you to submit it online.
So part of this process at the end will be a verification that you are who you say you are. Okay, great. So let's do another guy. Let's just see. Let's do somebody a little bit older, maybe closer to my age, maybe made a little bit
higher income,
more money. Obviously, because of that, he's not going to be able to use the easy form.
Right.
Let's see. Does somebody like this, will be able to do it, huh?
Virtually anyone in the country could, but the providers are offering it to 60% of the country.
And this is fewer choices for him.
Fewer choices, but he still has three. He or she has three different companies they can go with.
So it's faster. It's more accurate. If I'm getting a refund, I'll get it a lot faster.
That's true.
I can vouch for that. It's amazing. And it goes right into your bank account.
It goes right. If you elect direct deposit, it'll get it in there within 2 weeks, which is less than half the time if you file by paper.
I'll tell you a secret. For me, it was more like 5 days the last time I did it.
It can be. We don't promise that, but it can take a few days.
Is it slower as we get closer to April 15th?
No, not if you file electronically. That's the thing. By paper, it definitely takes longer. It takes about 8 weeks instead of 4 to 6.
Because you get backlogged, you got to get all the data entered in by...
That's true.
So this is...
Centers.
Boom.
See? Same time, no matter when you file.
Jesse, always a pleasure. Come back in a year. I don't want to see you between now and then, though, okay? No. It must be hard. Do people, when you come into parties and stuff, do people go, oh, he's the IRS?
Well, they don't say that because I don't tell them where I work.
You're a smart man. You know, if everybody were like you, and I think they probably are, I think I would like the IRS a lot more. It's always great to have you on. Please come back anytime.
Sure.
Jesse Weller, if you want to know more about this, go online. The website is techtv.com/call for help. Almost said the screensavers.com. techtv.com/call for help. We have all the information and the links you need to e-file